She was smart, adventurous, and full of life. Grace Millane had just turned 22 and was exploring the world, until one Tinder date in Auckland became her last. Tonight, we retrace her final steps.
This video investigates the tragic story of Grace Millane, a young woman whose life was cut short after meeting a man on Tinder during her travels. Grace was born on December 2, 1996, in Wickford, Essex, England, to loving parents David and Gillian. She grew up with two brothers and came from a supportive family with a successful construction business. Grace was described as a fun-loving free spirit, academically accomplished, and creatively inclined, enjoying painting in her spare time. She graduated in September 2018 from the University of Lincoln with a bachelor's degree in marketing and advertising. After graduation, she planned to travel for a year, which she funded through a part-time job during university. As a gesture of kindness, she donated her long hair to a charity that made wigs for children with cancer before embarking on her trip. Grace traveled to South America, spending 6 weeks in Peru, before continuing her journey to New Zealand on November 20, 2018. She stayed initially in the Upper North Island for 10 days, then moved to Auckland on November 30. Grace had no rigid itinerary and was enjoying the city's sights. Her birthday was on December 2nd, and as a solo traveler, she used Tinder to meet new people, connecting with a man from Auckland named Jesse Kempson. Meeting Jesse Kempson and the last day of Grace's life. Grace and Jesse connected on Tinder after Jesse persistently messaged her despite her initially cold responses. Eventually, she accepted his invitation to meet for drinks. They met in Auckland City Center at the Sky City Entertainment Complex, then moved to Andy's Burger Bar and later a Mexican cafe where Jesse paid for cocktails. They then visited the Bluestone Room, sharing drinks and a kiss, showing signs of warming up to each other. Grace sent a message to a friend describing Jesse as an oil company executive planning to move to London, which gave her hope for a legitimate connection. The night culminated in them heading to Jesse's motel apartment near the city center, captured on CCTV. This was the last time Grace was seen alive or heard from. Her phone was later found switched off, and she did not respond to birthday messages, which was unusual given her close relationship with family and friends. Jesse Kempson's background and actions after Grace's disappearance. Jesse Kempson, born in 1992 in Wellington, New Zealand, had a troubled background marked by family issues and behavioral problems. His mother moved abroad after his parents' divorce when he was 9. Jesse was labeled a pathological liar and fantasist, fabricating stories about being an All Blacks rugby star, an oil executive, a gang member, and even falsely claiming cancer and deceased parents. By 2018, Jesse had a series of failed jobs including barman, sales assistant, and telephone salesman, and was living alone in a motel apartment after being kicked out by previous housemates due to his erratic behavior and threats. On the night Grace disappeared, December 1, 2018, Jesse killed her in his motel room. CCTV footage showed him leaving his apartment early the next morning, buying a large suitcase, cleaning supplies, bleach, and rubber gloves. He rented a car and later was seen with 2 full suitcases, presumably containing Grace's body. Disposal of Grace's body and subsequent police investigation. Jesse transported Grace's body to Kumu, a rural area northwest of Auckland, and purchased a shovel, indicating premeditation in disposing of her remains. After burying the body in a shallow grave about 50 meters from a country road in the Waitakere Ranges Regional Park, Jesse returned to his apartment, cleaned the car, returned the rental vehicle, and disposed of Grace's personal belongings in a park bin. The disappearance triggered an intensive police investigation. On December 6, police located Jesse at the Sky City Hotel and arrested him after a failed attempt to evade questioning. His apartment was turned into a crime scene where forensic tests revealed Grace's blood-stained carpet. interrogation, trial, and conviction. During police interviews, Jesse initially lied about his whereabouts on the night of Grace's disappearance but later changed his story, which conflicted with the evidence. He was formally charged with Grace's murder. Significantly, it emerged that Jesse had prior convictions, including the sexual assault of another British tourist just 8 months before Grace's murder. That victim had also met him on Tinder, and she described being assaulted while frozen in fear. Jesse's history of violence extended to abuse against a former partner. In court, Jesse claimed Grace's death was accidental during rough sex, but this was contradicted by forensic and circumstantial evidence. Phone data revealed disturbing searches made by Jesse after the murder, including terms like rigor mortis, ways to carry, large bags near me, and flesh-eating birds. On November 22, 2019, Jesse Kempson was found guilty of murdering Grace Millane. He was also convicted on 9 other charges, including rape, sexual violation, threatening to kill, and assault. Jesse was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum of 17 years before parole. Grace's parents, devastated by the verdict, were present at the court. Her father spoke publicly, emphasizing that Grace's death should not deter others from pursuing their dreams and traveling, despite the tragedy. He acknowledged the profound pain but stressed the importance of not limiting life due to rare incidents. A poignant coincidence was Grace's last Instagram post before her death, an artwork of a watercolor skull captioned, "Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead." Grace's family has since supported White Ribbon, a charity dedicated to stopping male violence against women, encouraging donations to raise awareness and prevent such tragedies. Final remarks and viewer engagement. The video closes with a reflection on the tragedy, highlighting Grace's promising life cut short by a dangerous individual. The host invites viewers to consider questions such as whether Jesse Kempson's punishment was sufficient, if apps like Tinder provide enough safety for users. The host encourages respectful discussion in the comments and reminds viewers to take care of each other.